The Lyrians marched in silence, too tired to keep in step with the drums. Suddenly, the wind rose to a howl, and there was a loud crash of thunder.
Blast!
Meve leapt from her saddle.
We camp here. Pitch the tents, quickly! Quickly!
As the soldiers rushed to unload the wagons, a wall of water came down, soaking them to the bone. Later, they sat in their leaky tents, huddled, teeth chattering, violent coughs rocking their frames. The storm raged the night through, then finally passed before dawn. Meve emerged from her tent to wring out her coat. Reynard approached, his gait heavy, his face grim.
Your Majesty, several men of the 11th, a dozen or so, sought to flee last night. Sentries stopped and bound them. Now they await your judgment.
Meve fastened her still wet coat. She knew well why the men had tried to desert. They longed for their kin, had lost sight of victory, perhaps even no longer believed. Yet the marching and fighting seemed destined to go on forever. The Queen sympathized. She, too, was spent, and many doubts plagued her. Yet she knew the deserters had to be punished. The question was, to what extent? Meve entered the tent where the prisoners stood. Some of the men looked away, ashamed at their deed. Others raised their gazes to meet hers, their eyes red, tearful, pleading.
I mean, this is just gonna make me desert again, but...
You all know the penalty for desertion.
Meve said to the soldiers bound at wrist and foot.
I ought to have every last one of you hanged. Yet, we've come far along a treacherous road. Endured hardships extreme. This I considered against your crime. You shall lose rank and receive no pay for 1 year. Now get out of my sight. Immediately!
The deserters mumbled their gratitude and rushed out of the tent, fearing the Queen might yet change her mind. Meve then left for her quarters, anger and bitterness eating her up from the inside.
1 year. They're definitely gonna desert now.
Gods, have we passed the very threshold into hell?
Close ranks. None is to step off the path without clear orders to do so.
Oh, can't loot that. It's got the typical green loot color on it. But I can loot it. Standard battle. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Meve heard a throaty, hoarse croak, yuck, 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 but saw no evidence of its source. The Queen drew her sword and batted away the mosquitoes that swarmed her face. Only then could she see the creature as it emerged from the bog. A water hag, her yellowed fangs dripping with saliva, her tongue writhing like a snake. Bit of show this water hag all made of. Oh, it's a siren. Sure.
Ours is not to reason why.
Save you.
Blood washes away all shame!
After 5 turns, start spawn to rain on any roll only once per battle. That's not a big deal. Never sure what to do at this point. Just play Royal Decree. Yeah,
We must trust each other.
it's fine.
I smell a leak.
Oh, wait. Oh, we got charged because Reynard. Gonna pass? Let's just get rid of them.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Ha!
Come on, eat it. Knickers, eat the Merlot.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Yeah, okay. Eat the Merlot.
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal.
Oops. Oh, well. What you got for me next? Letter. I don't like letters. Knickers, eat the Merlot. Drink the Merlot, Knickers. Eat the Merlot. Oh, feathered letter. Poor guy. Poor gal.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
What you gonna do? Ow. Gotta spend his charge. Fine, I guess I'll play the Merlot. Jeez, Snickers. Yeah, what else to do? All my charges going to waste. Oh, I'm so close. My light on, it's hard to see in this swamp a bit. Your Majesty, these cocoons, there are people inside, judging by the colors. No guardians, I'd say. Most have been reduced to skin and hair, the bodies sucked dry of their innards. However, few yet live. What should we do with the survivors? Disentangle their equipment, but leave the invaders to die. Yes. Give me those resources. I, as usual, have no need for morale. My men are already high enough in spirits. No desertions have occurred. Impenetrable fog. The fog grew thicker with every passing minute, to the point Meve couldn't see the tip of her own sword. This is no ordinary fog, she thought, straining her eyes. The screams of slaughtered men at the fore of the column quickly confirmed her fears. Standard battle. Getting pretty tired of fighting vampires. I don't think there's been anything really unique about the fights. They're all pretty identical. This is fine. Apply Impenetrable Fog to all enemy roads and spawn a wolf. Damage a random enemy by 2 whenever a wolf ally appears. Repeat this ability. Well, look, I don't have to fight vampires again.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Bye, Wolfie. And Woodland Spirit almost.
I smell a leak.
Oh, here they come.
You mad? Don't shake that!
All right. passages to the street cards, right? Point that. Still got lots of slingers in there. That's fine.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Have any more traps? Just one. Almost perfect. Sure. Drink the Merlot. Chance I won't get any slingers, I guess. No, that chance is pretty damn low. I'm fine. Okay. I've got lots of redraws left.
Hey?
Doesn't look like Knickers will be drinking the Merlot. This guy to come out of the field.
Blood washes away all shame!
As many times as possible, as long as he doesn't get kidnapped. What's this? Oh, you got one bit of life left in ya.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Arn Yelf, the patricide. So long.
I bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
As ordered.
This is your end. I have to put something.
Discipline shall bring us victory!
Too many filler battles. That's how I'm starting to feel about the game. One downside of it.
While accustomed to life mid swamp monsters and black magic, Angren's denizens never dared enter Ysgith. The Lyrians only once saw signs of a human presence there, when they spotted a group of thatched roof huts amongst alders.
That settlement, is it inhabited?
Meve asked, turning to her scouts.
Impossible to say from this distance, Your Grace.
The Lyrians entered the village, swords in hand, prepared to fight. But not a soul nor a beast came forth. Some homes had collapsed from rot, while tall grass concealed the paths between them. Yet, someone had been there not long past, for fresh ghoul cadavers lay by the well. Meve knelt beside the corpse of one, cut clear in half. The beast's killer had been exceptionally strong, and wielded a razor-sharp sword.
A witcher.
More likely to come around.
Meve leapt to her feet. A man in thick leather armor had emerged from one of the huts. Transfixed by his cat eyes, the Queen nonetheless sensed he was rather badly hurt.
Were that true, my scouts would have blown their horns.
The man pulled out a pendant shaped like a bear's head. It hummed and twitched as if striving to free itself of its chain.
Far as monsters go,
He said, lips curling into an unpleasant smile.
witchers aren't usually wrong.
A moment later, a scream pierced the air. Quickly, instinctively, Meve drew her sword and lunged forth.
In the heart of Ysgith, the Witcher, though severely wounded, proved far faster than the Lyrian soldiers. His silver sword was never idle, slicing tendons and arteries, finding cracks in the chitinous armor. Meve watched on in wonderment, at least until the ghoul howling behind her reminded the Queen that she, too, must fight. Shortened battle. Every 3 turns spawn a base copy of a random allied unit. Death Wish, destroy 3 random allied units, then play this unit from your graveyard. Lusty Warp. Split this unit's base power randomly as a boost between all allies. When deployed, Death Wish, repeat the deployability. Damage all Death Wish, repeat the deployability. Okay. Great. Everything's gonna hurt me when I kill it. Don't need that. Don't need 2 of you guys. That's fine. Let's see what you're doing. Evo of Belhaven, immune. Every turn on turn start, damage a random bronze enemy by half of Evo's power. The unit is already damaged, destroy it instead. Whew. That's gonna be fun. It's good enough. I don't
They
think it's the
approach!
best, but whatever.
Seems you were right.
You mad? Don't shake that!
I feel a strong magic here, my lady. Something controls these creatures.
Okay. Good to know. Don't know what I'm gonna do about it.
This could hurt.
Doesn't matter actually. No. Ah. Pain doesn't stop. My Witcher man's gonna die. Yeesh.
That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
I should play these guys first.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
We must trust each other.
Watch your heads.
That'll be the last of them. Should be quiet for a bit.
You're dead. Ah, you got a magical barrier.
The Lyrians emerged victorious, due in no small part to the Witcher.
Thanks for the help. Name's Ivo, Witcher, School of the Bear.
Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia.
Well, well. Didn't expect to see anyone out here. And certainly not a queen with an army in tow.
We're not here by choice.
I bet not. No one plans to pass through Ysgith.
And you? What's brought you here? A contract, perchance?
That's right. Hunting a monster.
I know your services to be rather dear. Who could afford a witcher's bounty in these wretched swamps?
Nilfgaardians.
Blast, of course. Preparing the land for settlement. Cull the monsters, drain the swamp, then bring in slaves. Doubtless from the north.
Maybe. I got paid in advance. I didn't see the need to ask any questions.
But did you have to take the coin? Don't you see what they're doing?
Forgive me, your majesty, but seems to me you're confusing witchers with knights errant. We don't fight oppression, right wrongs or avenge orphans. We slay monsters for coin. And it don't matter whose head's on the front or whose coffers it's from.
This beast you're out to slay, what is it?
Hang on. You mean to tell me you've led your force into Ysgith and don't even know what lives here?
I believe I was clear. We're not here by choice.
Yeah, but now that you are here, it'll take a minor miracle to get you out. Ysgith swamps, realm of a truly dangerous being. Elves call it Gwern Iker, the Bloody Mistress. Over generations, locals twisted the name until it became Gwern.
Indeed. I've heard it.
So you've also probably seen her beloved fruit, leeches and ticks. You'd all be wise to stay away from them.
This Gwern, what is she exactly?
Depends who you ask. Elves saw a fallen goddess in her. Never managed to cut her down while they lived here, but they did stem her growth, kept her from growing stronger. As for the local humans, spirit of a cursed princess, that's their take. Deep belief, actually.
Care to elaborate?
Stories that she was riding north to marry a Temerian duke. Whole retinue and caravan got lost, wagons got stuck, everybody drowned in the bog. Quicksand got him, that sort of thing. Gwern grabbed a root before the quagmire swallowed her whole. Hollered for hours, but there wasn't a soul around to hear her. Leeches, hundreds covered her, settled in for a royal feast. Sucked her dry, drained her to pretty much the last drop. Fear and revulsion so completely overcame her spirit, she couldn't pass into the afterlife. So she came back, revived by Ysgith's magic.
Ugh. A chilling tale.
Yeah, except made up, probably. Don't believe the elven legends either. Gwern is a monster, plain and simple. Extremely dangerous, sure, but just a monster.
The leeches and ticks, you called them her fruit.
It's kinda complicated.
We've time enough.
Gwern is a little like a vampire. They're kindred creatures. Except, instead of feasting on the blood of others, she feeds them her own.
I'm not certain I understand.
They're parasites, right? She puts them on her body, feeds them her own blood. Then hangs them on shrubs and trees.
Ugh. To what end?
To other monsters, they're delicacies. Sweet, juicy, full of Gwern blood. Irresistible. Any beast that tastes that loses its mind, turns into Gwern slave. So, if your paths cross and push comes to shove, she's not gonna be alone. Find yourself fighting the whole damn swamp.
How are we to fight her? How might she be killed?
Sorry, sharing secrets. Just not something we do.
Not even with those who saved your life just moments past?
We gotta wait till she starts feeding the parasites. She's weakest then. Stand a chance to hurt her.
Right. So we attack only once she puts the leeches to her skin.
Yeah. And when you kill her, if you kill her, any beasts under her spell will weaken considerably. And then, you gotta burn her corpse. I mean it, understand? Burn it.
And you? Will you not hunt her any longer?
No, I will. Just need to prepare. Realized that today. Gotta brew some potions, blade oils. Come back in a few days.
I don't even have that much time. Nilfgaard's hordes pursue us. I must march on.
In that case, wish you luck. Lots of it.
I suppose there's no argument that would persuade you to ride with us.
Your Grace, mutations strip us of emotion, not reason.
The Witcher vanished midst the trees. And Meve simply hoped her soldiers had not overheard any part of their conversation.